So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
57 to Mike. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
On second down now. It's Howard, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They don't want to waste his outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Allen going to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Darnold. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Ed Oliver. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Darnold. And he'll find Hall. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
58, right over there. Mike, 58, right there.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one a first down pickup of 8. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's into the clear. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Bills have taken the lead. such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Darnold caught here by Bell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Darnold now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Inside with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Middle.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Darnold from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted.
58, right over there, right over there.
Darnold to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
From the 41, Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jets are going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Darnold now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Now Bell. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I got you, boy. 36.
Now Allen throwing again. And he comes back with 1 complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards on the play, first down. Allen now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offense. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Allen on third. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running with Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They go with Howard again. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's Bird to return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a big run that time by Bell. 41 yards on the ground.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now, I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On on second down. It's Bell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Mike 49. Mike 49. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Switch.
Now Bell, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Allen now looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Howard on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Right there. Hey, they scared. They scared.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 44-yard line.
Go, set. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Hey, lady. 22 jet bombers. Hey, set.
On 2nd and 9. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Here we go.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Jets. First down.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, set.
Bell trying to run inside, but nothing there. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Jerry Hughes on the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
We got that. 58 to Mike. We ain't giving up nothing today, lady. 52. Hey, set.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Darnold from the red zone now. Herndon's got it complete. 12 more yards there and another first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments. I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Bird on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, watch it, watch it.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Adams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And here's Allen to throw again. Open man is Higgins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Caught by Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the toss play, Howard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Howard.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Alert!
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Jets, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah.